What is your position about safe?
It depends. Okay. It has changed a lot since the first time. I would say that for sure, there is one thing that is an objective fact. It has a lot of documentation and a lot of business background in that. So certifications and things like that. Don't get me wrong, I love certifications, but I use them personally because of my mindset. They are part of my definition of done. But in the world of safe and people that I've seen in that area, that's really a huge market, and there is a tons of documentation which is probably too much. And plus, safe is what I see about safe is that is not something, it's not like Scrum. If you think about sprint, it's a Scrum terminology. So it is original Scrum terminology. May come from other papers and that were originating, but basically it's kind of original. Okay. If you think about safe, apart from a couple of things that may be titles that they apply, like release train engineer and things like that, it's actually collecting and gathering things from everywhere and putting here and there into what in the end safe is, which is kind of a bigger picture of where you would place Scrum, where you would place design thinking, where you would place, I don't know, portfolio management and things like that in the various roles. So I think that the original aim of SAFE, even if it was, I don't know if it was explicit or not, was to actually find a way to target large enterprises and give them a mean to transition towards a real agile organization or more holocratic or network-based organization. The problem is, as I was saying before, that change is something that is costly and cost effort. So probably many large enterprises ended up spending a lot of money in safe consultancy and stopping in the middle of the process, basically staying where they were at the beginning, renaming a couple of things, keeping things safe. Let me use this joke, so that they could say they were moving agile without moving agile. And that was probably the origin of why safe got so bad reputation in the world of agile. So not for the framework itself, because in the end it contains Scrum, it contains design thinking, it contains Kanban and other things, and a lot of documentation. Okay, so it's not evil per se. Okay, the problem is that the reputation is coming from the results that in many cases are not there. They are just, it has been basically misused for fulfilling a renaming or a trend to engage people. But you know what? The problem is, let's say, the problem on the opposite side for those who hate safe is that actually by renaming something, you are creating the novelty. And as the author studies demonstrated, just the bringing the novelty may bring new performance, new changes, and things like that. So it's not bad by definition. I would not use it in terms of, let's say, go on to a company that asks me to go through a transformation and say, yeah, okay, we use safe. So we start understanding how to apply it. No, I wouldn't go that way, just because I think that you can make it as complicated as possible, as complex as possible. There will never be a framework that is one size or three sizes in this case, which fits all. Okay, regardless of the number of composition, the elements that you can put in there. So instead of doing that way, I would just go the Adgar way. So let's say, where do you want to go? Where are we now? What do we need? And we explore and experiment. Maybe you'll end up doing something that is close to safe. That's totally possible. But if you do it your way, because you need so, you will build something that is not safe. It's closer to safe, but it's functional.